We didn't have a great start. Puck management, yeah. I had the puck in my stick twice and gave it to them, and it's in the back of our net. It's on me. Take a lot of responsibility for that, and it's not the way we have to play, not the way we were playing, and not acceptable. So.
What was the biggest difference in just your play from the weekend as opposed to tonight in that regard?
Well, yeah, I just felt I felt, our energy level, especially early in this game, was not there. It took us a little bit to get into it with playing a lot of hockey and travel, and they came out hard, so it took us time to get into the game, and we were down 3-0, and by the time we got into it, and once we did, we were fine, other than, like I mentioned, my 2 turnovers, and we generated chances. We had looks on the power play. We were right there. It just took us a little bit to get into it, and unfortunately, we were down 3-0.
Thanks, Dylan.
Next up, Helene St. James, Detroit Free Press.
Dylan, how do you guys rebound from this on Thursday?
Just like we did at home. Out, play hard, play like, our life's depending on it, which it is, and we have to come out and have a better response and better start than we did tonight, and we can't let this slide. This huge game next on Thursday here against a team that's banged up, and if we play the right way, if we play hard, we're going to be successful against that team, and we all believe it.
The first, rapid fire 3 goals, kind of reminiscent of Nashville. What do you guys need to do? They score 17 seconds in, kind of a fluky bounce, but to just not let it snowball so fast, so quickly, where you're like facing, even though there's a lot of hockey left, you're facing such a deficit so early in a game.
You have to worry about the next shift. You can't think about it. Things happen in the game. Certainly look at puck management as one of the key things to do on the next shift in the next 5 minutes even, and get the puck behind their D and forecheck and make them turn, make it hard on them, make it hard on the goalie. And when it was those 3 goals, we didn't do that. And then I thought when we made it 3-1, we had chances, we hit post, we were there. We played pretty well. It just took us too long to get into this game tonight.
It was as bad as we played defensively in a while. I think we had plenty of chances to score. Even in the start there, Fabs had a real chance, but that's as porous as we've played defensively. Individuals getting beat back to the net, not protecting inside ice, getting behind us. So it's not good enough.
How do you explain that after a fairly good weekend?
Well, I'd say it was a really good weekend. I wouldn't call it fairly good. I thought we played as good as we have all season on the weekend, Helene. I think, how do I explain it? We weren't at our best. And, we had a bunch of guys that played their B or C games, and that's how then it unfolds that way.
I mean, that sounds very familiar to what, you sounded like after the Nashville game, the B and C games. How do you counter that?
I wouldn't compare them, Helene. We had way more chances in this game. It was a way more even game than the Nashville game. To me, they're not comparable.
Well, I guess to your point about saying you didn't have enough guys with good enough games,
what I would say, Helene, is I don't. Again, the problem with our hockey club, we need everybody on their A game every night, and that's not that doesn't happen every night in the league, and unfortunately we had too many guys, probably more on the back end. Our back end's been really good, and I thought our back end was as good as it's been all season on the weekend, and it wasn't tonight. But I would tell you again, we're going to walk out of this thing, and the chances are going to be even. That's the reality of it. The score's not going to be in the chances are, and they scored in their chances. We didn't. Now, with that said, as a coach. I don't want to give up that many chances. Like, we created a lot of chances for sure. I don't want to give up that many chances. So to me, again, the score is what the score is. You're comparing it to a game where it was totally different.
Thanks.
Yep.
Next question, Ansar Khan, M Live.
Yeah, Jeff, when a team jumps on you that quickly and gains the early momentum like that, just how do you get that back? Is it just a matter of bearing down as far as puck management, and or how do you stop that momentum from snowballing?
Yeah, you tilt the ice and you try to play in their end, and part of that's puck management, part of that's winning battles, all those types of things. I just thought in the first we continued to give up too many chances. I think we had them for 7 or 8 chances in the first, and then we had us for 7 or 8 in the second, and in the end they scored on their chances and we didn't score on our chances, and I think we could come out of that second a more even game. So how do you keep it from snowballing? Obviously, that it happened fast. You just got to make sure you're great defensively. We've got to be a hard team to play against. We got to be great defensively. So even when you're not on your A game, which again, whether you're a sports writer, a coach, or a hockey player, you're not on your A game every night for sure. The reason you want to be great defensively is because then when you're not on your A game, you still have a chance to win, because it's 2-0 instead of 3-0, or 1-0 instead of 3-0, and we just were porous defensively.